Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we are back on the brown desk with the Spyderco SpydieChef. As you can see, this guy, I had him anodized by Blades We Love over on eBay, and I got some blue titanium screws also. So, like I said, since this knife is all titanium handles, I had these anodized in this beautiful waveform. I think it's called D-Fade is what he calls it, his style, which is the rainbow style, and the waveform is the pattern. I think it turned out really nicely. And like I said, I got some blue screws to go with it that I think would look better than the regular ones. So as you can see, it's nice and shiny now and all the colors are vibrant, but what you'll notice is as the video goes along, it'll kind of get like blemished and there'll be splotches and stuff. That's just because your finger oils, when they get on there, they, as you can see right there, just kind of muddies the color a little bit. But all you need is some Windex, and I just spray some Windex on a Kleenex and just wipe it down, and that brings it all back to new. So this is the SpydieChef, and this is the Martin Slees design. Martin Slees also, his designs are the Techno and the Techno 2 and the Slees buoy, which is the really hard to find one. This guy, oh yeah, this guy's still a little stiff, but there we go. He's got the Spidey hole. This is made in their Taichung factory in Taiwan, I think. Yeah, and that factory is a little they're known for their sharp edges, so the inside of this hole is pretty sharp, and it has torn up my fingernail a little bit. But overall length in this guy is 7.78 inches, making it I think a good EDC size. And as you can see, it's pretty thin. It's pretty low profile on the hand. Let's see if I can find the thickness. Thickness is 0.4 inches, so it's pretty slim in the pocket. The blade is 3.3 inches. You can see it's got this nice big bellied blade here, which will give you a lot more surface area for cutting. Full flat grind all the way up. And the blade steel is LC200N, which is supposed to be really good against corrosive resistance, or for corrosive resistance. I don't know if it's just specifically for food product and kind of acids and things like that. Normally when you think of corrosion resistance, you think of Spyderco's H1 steel, which is what their salt series is made out of, and that's really good for salt water. So we have the blade length 3.3 inches. The handle length, or the closed length, is just under 4.5. So pretty small, very slim. It's got the nice wire clip. I know a lot of people really love these clips, except for the fact that I've heard they break a little bit easier than people would care to admit. So I haven't had an issue with that. But it's got a nice open back design, a couple of barrel spaces in there with the, I think they call it the lined lanyard hole, just because they've got like another barrel in there to keep it open. This guy it's a little hard to rear flick, just because the lock bar runs right up against there and there's no groove. So that's pretty annoying for me, because you know, all of the Spydercos you can rear flick it and flick it with every finger. But yeah, this guy's pretty stiff still. I'm gonna need to get some better lubricant. Also, it's got a decent amount of lock bar stick, as you saw there. The lockup is, man, it's gonna really annoy me that I can't open this. Lock bar is real, the lockup's real high up there, probably pushing 80%, and the stick is pretty annoying too. I think I saw Nick Shabazz, what he does with lock bar sticks, he puts Sharpie on the face of the lock bar and on the blade, the part of the blade that runs up against there. So I might have to try that out the next time I take this guy apart. But yeah, that's really annoying because it really tears up your fingernail if you really want to open it all the way, whether it's from the front or the rear flick. Hopefully that gets better as time goes on, but it's really annoying. So got the blade, the handle, LC200N, full flat grind, the satin finish. This guy comes in at 3.75 ounces. Pretty light for what you're getting here. Of course, the titanium helps with that. But that also plays into the price point because this knife does cost about just under $225, or $220, excuse me. I'm looking on Blade HQ. So the MSRP is like $340 or something crazy like that. So definitely one of Spyderco's more expensive knives. But it's got that nice frame lock, annoying lock stick, annoyingly stiff deployment, but it's just a wear thing. I need to keep using this knife, but I don't have a lot of opportunity to. So, but yeah, I'm really happy with the anodization that I got done on this guy. I'm really not a fan of the plain gray titanium. Really doesn't do anything for me. I know as you can already see, this all this part is getting kind of muddied up by my finger and hand oils, but I don't really care. All it takes is just one little bit of Windex and it looks brand new, so I really like it. Centering this guy's a little off just because I took them apart and I tried to keep it as loose as I could with some good centering. So, oh, there we go. That was a good flip. But yeah, my fingernails just getting absolutely torn up by the edges on the inside of the Spidey hole. This is very similar to kind of a Sinkovich design, I think, with especially with the Sinkovich Drunken coming out soon, or at least it should have been out now. I know a lot of people were, there we go, griping about Spyderco's release policies and things like that. How they announce a knife and it goes up for sale, and people who ordered the Drunken a year ago still haven't gotten theirs, so it's kind of ridiculous. I know the Schmock is one that's just starting to ship out now, and the Subvert was before that. What else? But yeah, this is a very Sinkovich design, how it kind of swoops. The handle swoops up and the blade swoops down, so you're left with this very subtle S shape, which leaves your hand elevated above the blade of the knife so you can get the real good chopping action like you would with a kitchen knife. I could definitely see why people really love this knife. It's lightweight, good blade shape, tons of cutting edge, low profile in the pocket. Titanium makes it a high quality build materials. It's got the wire clip that everybody loves. But yeah, honestly, the biggest gripe for me is the opening and the lock stick. I posted this on Reddit and somebody was like, "Oh, I'm left-handed, I don't want to get it." And then a bunch of other people were like, "Well, honestly, it's easier to open left-handed because the thumbhole groove is on the left side, so you can just flip it out like that. It makes it really easy." So I just hope that either I can get some better pivot lube or that this thing just loosens up on its own because it's really annoying. Might have to put some Nick Shabazz level of lube in there so it's just dripping out. So yeah, just in summary, I know I just kind of went over and had the good. We got my beautiful anodization that I got. It's lightweight, slim, really high quality blade steel for what people are going to do with it in terms of anti-corrosion. Great quality. The nice clip that is not only is it going to have the knife sit pretty deep up in your pocket, but it's also just going to present this very subtle wire where nobody who doesn't know what it is going to react to it or anything like that. But the bad is definitely the lock bar stick, the sharp angle on the inside of the thumb hole. just how kind of stiff it is at this point. But that's what you get with a washer knife. I think I've been spoiled by bearings, and I want everything to be as smooth as that. So, yeah, this has been the Spyderco SpydieChef.